Okay, all of my entrepreneurs out there, do you want to know the best way on how to be able to go ahead and build business, not only get business credit, but get up to $250,000 in business credit cards and business lines of credit? Huh, you don't want to miss this video because guess what? I'm going to be sharing you the business credit card stacking strategy that a lot of people not talking about that you need to know to be able to go ahead and get business credit for yourself. So let's not wait any further and get straight into it.
Blueprint. This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep.
Hey, what's going on, Blueprint Nation? All right, listen, what if I told you there was a way you could get up to $250,000 in business credit without even touching your personal credit? Would you even believe me? Guess what? Yeah, probably not, right? Because guess what? While everybody's doing it the slow, outdated way, ineffective way, the real players out there, the ones that are carrying high limit credit cards, are the ones that are stacking high limit approvals, and they're doing it all in one sweep. All right. And the way they're able to do this is called by a strategy that's called business credit card stacking. If you're not using this play in 2025, you're just leaving a lot of money on the table right now. And in this video, I want to go ahead and share with you the strategy on how to do this, right? But before I get into the strategy, I want to go ahead and inform everybody. Most of our listeners are non-subscribers. So if this is your first time checking out the channel, or if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe and bell notification. It only takes you 2 seconds. We're looking to go ahead and grow our channel and help entrepreneurs like yourself to be able to go ahead and access credit and capital in 2025 and beyond. All right. So first things first, what is business credit card stacking? All right. Now, business credit card stacking is very simple and straightforward. All right. This is a process where you're applying for multiple high limit credit cards and business lines of credit, all within a certain time frame to maximize approvals and minimize credit pulls. So now the key word that I want to go ahead and talk about when you're doing this is strategy, right? Having a strategy. Now, this strategy, it allows you to secure up to $50,000 to $250,000 in funding. And guess what? 30 days or less. But the key is utilizing the right strategy. So that means you have to do it right. But when you utilize the strategy, the great thing about it, you'll be able to go ahead and get high limit funding without having to produce any income docs, any tax returns, no collateral, and even in some cases, no personal guarantees if you do it the right way. And as a matter of fact, in 2025, the average business funding stack play from lenders, from fintech lenders and tier one banks ranged anywhere from $80,000 to $220,000. So if you combine all of this with even lower tier banks or credit unions, you're talking about some major dollars here. So it's very important to understand how business credit card stacking works and how you can use it to your benefit. So before we even get into that, there is a few things that I do want to share with you that you do need to have in place before you're even ready to execute the business stacking strategy, right? And the number one thing is setting up your business the right way. And of course, this is the basics, guys, right? Making sure that your LLC or corporation is set up. You have your EIN number. Also, having the 3 things that identifies your business, which is your business address, business phone number, and business email, right? Listen, the banks are going to be looking for these things. And here's the caveat. When it comes to the email, phone number, and address, do not utilize your personal address, your personal Gmail, or your cell phone, right? You want to have one that's separated from your personal, that's dedicated directly to the business. This is going to go ahead and increase your credibility in the eyes of the business and lets you know that you are a viable applicant for a high limit credit card with the banks, okay? If you want to know how more you can make sure that your business is properly structured, we're going to talk about that later on in the video, right? But that is the number one step that you want to have in place before you're even ready to execute this business credit card stacking strategy, right? And this is very important before you move on to step 2, which is making sure you're checking your business credit reports, right? Checking your business credit reports is making sure you're having your DUNS number in place. All right, you have the appropriate amount of net 30s on your account. You want to have anywhere from 3 to 5 net 30s reporting on your business credit report. And you want to go ahead and check your business credit report all across the board from LexisNexis, Duns& Bradstreet, Experian Business, and Equifax Business. And making sure that you are identifying any incorrect information that shouldn't be there. This is going to help you be able to have an accurate business credit report. Anything that you notice shouldn't be there, you can dispute it and get it removed off of your business credit report. Now that we've discussed some of the things that you need to have in place for your business before you're ready to exercise this, I want to talk about some of the tips when it comes to business credit card stacking. The number one thing I want to share is you always want to go for tier one banks before you go with any tier two or credit unions. Tier two banks, lenders, fintech lenders, these are your tier two and tier three, even your credit unions. These particular lenders don't have internal rules when it comes to approving you for any of their business credit cards. So when it comes to the business credit card stacking strategy, you want to go ahead and apply for these later on in your stacking strategy, right? And you want to reserve for your tier one banks as the primary source for your stacking strategy, right? And we're going to cover some of why you need to, right? Because number one, the tier one banks, usually most of them or all of them have internal rules that limit the amount of accounts or cards or inquiries you can have before they're able to approve you. For example, historically, American Express have had this 5-5 rule that I call. The 5 rule is basically what I call the 5 card rule. As American Express limits the amount of amount of cards you can have to only 5 credit cards. And this is across the board from the personal and business cards. So you can, and this is very important because if you have, say, 3 personal cards, you could only have 2 business credit cards to give you a total of 5 cards, okay? So it's very important to understand this. Now, the second 5 is that you can only be approved for 1 American Express credit card every 5 days, okay? So that is the 5-5 rule. So just very important to understand the second leg of the rule because this prevents you from being able to go ahead and get multiple American Express cards with 1 hard inquiry, as you're only able to go ahead and apply for 1 every 5 days, okay? Also, Chase and Barclays Bank both have what I call the 524 rule, which basically limits you to, both of them limit you to not getting more than 5 credit cards within 24 months before they deny you. So what that means, if you have been approved for more than 5 credit cards within a 24-month period, it doesn't matter what your credit score is or how your credit profile is, you're going to be automatically denied. And this also includes authorized users and lines of credit as well. So it's very important that when you're doing your funding strategy, when you're doing your business stacking strategy, that you go for these cards first, because again, these cards don't report on your personal credit report and they are going to approve you without you being in violation of their internal rules. US Bank also have a 312 rule, which they're going to deny you if you have any more than 3 credit cards within a 12-month period. And US Bank is a great bank to have, the 5th largest bank in the United States, as they can typically approve you anywhere from as little as 10,000 all the way up to 25,000 with no documentation. So it's very important to understand banks to apply for to be able to leverage your funding strategy, okay? Also, some of the things that I do highly recommend before you start your funding business stacking strategy, making sure that you have a 700 credit score and an 80 Paydex score. All right. If you have any lower than that, I don't recommend you applying, as that's going to automatically put you in a lower approval status or just deny you outright. All right. Also, not freezing your personal credit bureaus when targeting business credit. Find out which bureaus that the credit card company is pulling from and freeze the other 2 bureaus. If you leave it open, it's like leaving your side doors and your back door open. They're just going to be peeking around the corner. And if you go ahead and have a bureau with a low credit score, guess what? You just go ahead and got yourself a denial unnecessarily by not freezing your credit bureaus, all right? And also making sure that you're using the big tier ones first. All right. Top funders in 2025, like I said, they're giving anywhere from 20 to 75,000 per card when your profile is optimized the right way. If you stack 5 or 6 cards, guess what? That's a $250,000 bag right there. I just gave you the blueprint. All right. Listen, guys, the game has changed. The banks are saving money. They're just not giving it out to any amateurs no more. So make sure you get your business set up the right way. Make sure that you are targeting your tier one banks first, as well as you protecting your credit profile by freezing the secondary bureaus and opting out from them as well too, and using the stacking methods with the right lenders at the right time. All right. This is the best way and the fastest way to capital without having to beg for a loan or maxing out personal credit cards or giving up any equity, as that is the best way to be able to go ahead and get the blueprint. If you want to be able to go ahead and learn more stacking strategies like this, check out the school community that we've just launched. It's in the link down below. But more importantly, if you want an all-in-one solution to be able to go ahead and access business credit and funding, check out Uptrend Business. This is our first AI-powered software to help you match you with over 200 lenders and also give you access to your business credit and business scores. Check out the software, join the waiting list for when we release the full version so you can be front of the line to be able to go ahead and enjoy some of the dope features. Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye.
Blueprint, yeah. Blueprint. This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it, cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep, West Paul with Blueprint. This guest all exclusive. Get on and tune in and then learn some new tips about credit, finance, investment. A nice chance to get rich and buy land. Flip it, quick 9 bands. Learn all the skills from West, he did it. Learn how to build successful business. Run up a mill and get the digits. Run up a mill. Look, safe place where guests are speaking. Based off financial freedom. All facts, no cap, believe it. Podcast, you have to see it.